Welcome to Comfort Habit number 2. Miguel O'Hara, I'm back. One more round? Of course you're going to have one more round. This one is a triple combo. I need the script for this. It's going to be about racism in the real world, racism in general, and racism while being mixed. Just in case you didn't get that. Everything I just said is for you, James, when you post these things, so you can make sure you title them right. Got that? Good. Now, racism in the real world is a psychified thing, and we all have to deal with it. We don't have to accept it. The unfortunate fact of the matter is that we all just lay there and accept it. No one says anything when someone calls somebody a racial derivative, except for James Williams Jr. He's always jumping down his nephew's cases about using the N-word. And then his nephews are getting mad when someone who is not of color decides that, well, if you can call yourself that, I can call you that too. And that person would probably be correct in the moral stance of James Williams Jr. As a superhero, it is never correct to use racial derogatives on anyone. That also goes for genders and other things. So, to the Alphabet Squad, James Williams Jr. apologizes. Miguel O'Hara doesn't have that problem because in 2099, everybody's just alive and well. And the only problems I have is supervillains and my half-brother. But anyway, moving on. We need to understand each other. We need to understand quite a few things. For instance, just like your athletes, when I get thirsty, I swing through the sky and I grab a Gatorade from one of those floating vending machines. They cost a lot of money. I've been secretly using my true identity to pay for these things. But superheroes don't get paid, you know. Secondly, when my breath is bad, I get mouthwash. Yeah, this is the kitty kind, because my teeth are super sensitive. I take showers, just like everyone else. I have skin conditions. Yeah, that was a skin condition. It's called, I can stick to everything. So, I use Jergens. I use this for my hair. I use this for my underarms so I don't have superhero stank. And when I'm going on dates and not talking to holograms, I use this for my face so I don't have 5 o'clock shadow. Now, how many of you use these products? We all use those products. And if you cut yourself, we generally bleed red. Now, granted, if you talk to a scientist or a chemicalist, they'll tell you that your plasma is actually clear until it hits the surface where the air connects to it. The air turns that shit red. I don't know if that's true, because unlike my predecessor, Peter Parker, I am not a chemist, so I have no idea about that stuff. I do know that an accident gave me my powers. I also know that my boss was drugging me, but this isn't about me. This is about racism and why I'm in this suit. I'm in this suit because people listen to superheroes. They don't listen to normal people. Shocking, isn't it? But normal people are superheroes. And there's that damn script again. It's coming right at me. I don't know what this thing's problem is. Anyway, moving on. Let's go to the second bullet point of racism in general. So, racism in general. I think that was a piece of pork chop. Racism in general is just something that we have learned to tolerate. It is something that we have learned to deal with. It is something that we, as people, have just turned a blind eye to. We literally just don't give a crap about racism until it hits somebody that you know right in the face. Why is that? Because we have become desensitized, and some of us have become hypersensitive to it. The people who are hypersensitive to it are people like me, who speak on it. When we hear it, when we see it, when we say stuff, and we put our passion into it, like this video. The people who are not sensitive to it, the people who see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil, don't really care too much about racism. And this suit has got me burning up. I'm going to have to cut on the air conditioning really soon. But that's not the moral of the story. The moral of the story is, you can't turn a blind eye to everything. You can't unhear things that you hear. You can't unsee things once you've seen them. But you can speak or remain silent on those things. And you, and me, and everyone on earth needs to take a knee to the face of racism. Okay? Final bulletin point. So I can end this video and go to another video and start making some songs. Excuse me. That was a power burp from Gatorade. That came all the way from the pits of my guts. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Now, as a character who is mixed, as in biracial, me or Miguel O'Hara, we don't really have to deal with racism in the future, or at least not in any of the books that I've read. Now, me as a man behind this suit, aka James Williams Jr., aka J.W. Greywolf if you're from TikTok, I can combat racism because I've been the victim of racism all my life. This suit gives me the opportunity to talk to you guys as a person who is not only a biracial superhero, but a superhero in general. Where in my real life, as much as I would love to be a superhero and clean the walls, and that Dragons thing was totally improv, but, we tend not to listen to people who have been in pain. This mask is great for hiding tears also. No, I'm not crying. But just thinking about what I have to say, when I have to say it, why I have to say it. It does bring tears to my eyes, but they just don't fall out. It more brings tears to my heart. And we all have a heart, and everyone on earth has had their feelings hurt at least once. In my case, I've had my feelings hurt a lot. Alright? However, this mask can hide emotion, which is another reason I'm making this video. Because if you can't see emotion, you're oblivious to it, which helps and hurts at the same time. See, when you are oblivious to emotion, you don't understand what's going on around you. But when it's right in your face and you pretend not to see it, you are worse than the people who are actually doing it. Here in Charlottesville, we had this thing called the Unite the Right thing. And a bunch of dudes came down here with some pitchforks and some torches and stuff, and started singing things like Hebrews and Jews will not replace us. I honestly do not know the difference, so please forgive me. And then a young lady named Heather Heyer lost her life because some moron from another state decided he wanted to be a martyr for the cause of racism. I so wanted to cuss right there. I swear to God I did. This young lady lost her life, and she was a white lady. He plowed through a ton of black and white people who were anti-protesters about this stuff. And it wasn't cool. Me being a person of multicultural ethnicity, that being Cherokee, black, and white, unlike the character that I'm doing right now, who is Mexican and Irish or Scottish. I cannot remember which one O'Hara actually is, because I'm only good with Asian last names, and I'm not really good with those that much either, because some of them are interchangeable. I know. Off topic, but not off topic at the same time. My city changed that day. My city was always racist. It just wasn't openly racist. But on that day, let me see. Who is it? Phil Collins and Cyndi Lauper, who both did this? Please, forgive me. Your ears are about to bleed now. And I see your true colors shining through. And I see your true colors. And that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. Your true colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. I know, that totally messed you up. Your ears are probably bleeding, so I'm sorry, because I am not a singer, I am an actor. But at the same time, a young lady lost her life, while some jackass that wanted to be the martyr for the cause of racism plowed through all these people. Let that sink in for a second. As a mixed superhero, is telling you how much it sucks for racism to exist in general. Now, as a man of multiculturalness, let me get on that so I can finish this video, and then I'll go sing some songs. And you guys can go join them. As a man of multiculturalness, I've given you this story 10,000 times is I've been bullied from kindergarten to college for my race, for my height, for my inability to get girls to like me, you know, that kind of thing. People used to call me ugly. I believed it. Sometimes I still do. Right up until the point where I burnt this side of my face off, and my neck and my arm with first-degree burns, and the doctors gave me a choice. We can only give you enough to fix your face versus your arm and your forearm. Well, this is doing a pretty good job at covering everything. But I had to live with this face because you can't walk around with masks every day. No. Now, as a superhero in the superhero world, this is acceptable. In the real world, I have to take off my face. And this has to be acceptable. The reason why I just did that is so that you'll understand that this is me. And we as people need to do better. That's it. We need to do better. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yes, I will be putting this mask back on for my next 2 videos. I'm going to go sing some songs, and then that's going to be it. I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to get up. I'm going to go wash my clothes in the morning, if the good Lord allows me to see it. That's for ZZ. And for the rest of you, may the Lord keep you and protect you. And may we all find a way to take a knee to the face of racism. Thanks for watching.